Hey guys, today I'm going to explore the new set and continue working on my projects. Along the way, I'll show you why you should warm up your fingers. But first, I'll start with this yellow V0. Next, I'll try this white V4 Plus. All of the holds are pretty slopey. I've seen people struggle on this because it has tricky holds and big moves, so I'm glad that I was able to flash it. I decided to go back to this crimpy purple V5 and see if I can get it this time. I've seen people flash this V5 and then struggle on the V4 Plus, so I think this boulder is actually easier than it seems. I just don't have a lot of experience on crimps, and maybe my finger strength hasn't had enough time to develop since I've only been climbing for a few months. Unfortunately, that first hold on the right is tiny and feels awful. My fingers didn't feel warmed up enough to use it properly. Since my fingers weren't warmed up yet, I decided to move on to this pink V5. It has an awkward start in the corner, a couple of slopey noodle holds, a good hold in the middle with a weird undercling on the side, and then a good last hold. For the start, I do this really awkward Gaston. I should have grabbed the lower hold with my left hand and the higher hold with my right hand, and then transitioned into the noodle. This is a pretty big move since we're coming from a steep overhang. I almost got it though. This time, I tried getting a high left foot and turning my hip into the wall, but it's just out of reach. This time, I'm able to do the move dynamically. I reach for the undercling, but I'm way too low for it to be useful. Then, I fail on the big move a couple of times. This time, I tried to get my right hand on the noodle, but it felt really awkward and impossible to move my feet. I tried getting a high left foot and bumping my hand, but the left foot felt really awkward. I try matching on the noodle to see if that makes it easier to move my feet, but it doesn't work. Since I gave the pink V5 a few tries, I decided to try the purple V5 again, and see if my fingers were warmed up. I missed the hold, but I got further than last time. I'm able to do it this time. Again, I don't think this V5 is that hard. I just needed to warm up my fingers and trust the crimps and tiny feet. There were a bunch of people projecting this orange V6, so I decided to give it a shot. It got a little too crowded, so I decided to work on this blue V6 instead. I'm still having trouble getting into a good position to match my hands on the big hold. I start halfway up to focus on that part. I try getting my right foot onto the small foothold instead of the crack, but it doesn't work. Finally, I get the match on the big hold and get my right hand on the next hold. Someone told me that I just have to jump for the next hold, but the left foot feels so high and the right foot feels so low that I can't commit to the jump. I decide to move on to this crimpy red V5. I start halfway to see if I can figure out the end. The move to the block crimp definitely isn't easy, and I miss it a few times. I try to use some of the holds on the left side, but it's really hard to get my right foot onto the footholds from that position. This time, I really try to shift my weight over to the right, but the next hold is just barely out of reach. I wonder if I can bump my right hand or get my feet higher. I try to get my left foot higher, but it feels super unstable. I try getting my right foot higher with my left foot underneath, and that doesn't work either. But that's going to be the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!